thought they were two outstanding hockey games. Northern's I really enjoy their team. I like the way they play with their speed, their skill, their compete level, good goaltending. They have everything you need to be a top-end hockey team. I enjoyed watching them play. I think if you're going to have a split, I thought both buildings had great energy. If you're going to have a split, it worked out the way it should work out. It was exciting, certainly, I'm sure, for the Northern Michigan community last night. And I think it was exciting for us tonight. And it felt like didn't look like there were a whole lot of seats open from where I was, and they were a couple rows deep behind the glass. So good college hockey weekend, venue, exciting, fun for the game.
The line of Bronte, Nardella, and Stauber had some huge minutes for you tonight.
Wow. I mean, wow. That's all I can say. They were incredible. Pedersen, when he was on the ice as well. We got everything we wanted out of some adjustments we made. We wanted to get a little bit more with Parker Soretsky on his line, so we made some changes. We intended to maybe switch things up a little bit and get Nards, which we did early. If you notice, Nards played on the wing with that line a little bit with Worksy early, but their line was doing so well that you had to roll with that. So all I can say is that they were a lot of guys played. I mean, you always get it out of Arvid, you always get it out of Moser, you always get it out of Blake Pietila, and so many other guys. I thought we really found some hockey players tonight. Back on the blue line, Orr was great. The whole crew was. Thorne logged big minutes. OC was good. I don't want to leave anybody else. Pietila was outstanding. It was just a fun weekend of hockey. We're looking forward to it. Guys getting a little bit of a couple days to recover a little bit, and then we'll get back to work.
How reassuring is it now that if you watch tonight's game, you may not even know that we're missing two of our top four defensemen in Russell and Leip? Three.
Crespi too.
Yeah, Crespi. So how reassuring is it to know that the next man up mentality here at Michigan Tech is working and we're able to fill in the gaps?
We're not. You're right. We found some hockey players. A lot of guys, as you know, we've missed a lot of man games. They just keep piling up. We're probably at 35 or so after this weekend. We have 6 out for Crespi, and between 2 for Crespi, Leip, and who am I missing? Yeah, Russell. So all top players for us. I mean, Crespi's second on our team in scoring chance differential. So. Huge deal. So it's not a first man up. We're just playing. We're just trying to come up with a look that gives us something to be competitive with. And there's good, healthy competition because of that. It's not like a lot of guys are just sitting watching and not able to get a chance to play. Now, if we can grow off of this is the best game we've played this year, the best 60 minutes, I believe. Would you say, Cal? I'd say 2. That we played this year. So now the competition isn't, let's see if this guy can do better. Now the competition is somebody has to beat somebody out. And if we can put some weekends together of that, I'm excited about that. So again, I thought Stauber was great. Bronte was great with his speed. Stauber was strong on the puck. Nardella was great. Did a great job on that power play in the third. So, I really couldn't be more happy from the goaltender on out with how we played tonight, and really how we played in the third period. Getting that power play goal was huge. But how we played in the third period, I thought tonight was, we didn't sit back and let something happen. We laid it out there. So there was a lot of growth tonight.
I got 2 questions. First one, was there any disappointment on the bench from you after the 5-minute penalty that came up with no goals?
I don't know what the word is. Disappointment's probably a good one, or concern how it would affect after that. It's 4 minutes of 5-on-3. 4 minutes. Like, we're not talking 2 minutes a minute. We're talking 4 full minutes. And then, so how are you going to respond if they come out and score right away? Oh geez, do you lose that? But I thought our guys responded really well. So yeah, apprehension for sure, and concerned with how the group would react. We're still a very fragile, in some ways, group that's starting to harden a little bit, I think.
And on the positive side of things, did you feel you shut down Northern in the third period? They just didn't seem like they could get anything going.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a good third period for us. I don't know how they would feel about their third period, but it was a good third period for us. We got some penalty killing there. We got some. We did good well on the special teams. We got some goaltending. They're well coached and they have talent. So, I feel very a lot of love for our players right now, for sure, for our entire team.
After tonight, Tex has officially 10 wins on the season here. We know this was going to be a transition year going into this season. How does it feel to have, I guess, a lot of people's expectations exceeded so far?
Elated. I'm elated. Excited maybe for the second half a little bit, and these points all add up for positioning, playoff positioning, and again, I'm seeing a tremendous amount of parity in the league. Northern can beat anybody. We're still going to have our, every game is a 1-2 goal game for us. So learning to come out on top of those, I don't know if we'll ever, find a way to win by 4. Very seldom by 3. Every night's there's a lot of parity. With that, home ice advantage is going to be huge for the playoffs. If you're good at home, it's going to be huge for the playoffs. We're a pretty good home team. Northern's obviously a very good home team, big rink. Love to see all the UP teams, as long as we come out on top.
You've had a couple of games recently here where you guys have given up that
Yeah,
lead
enough.
late.
I don't blame you. Good. I've had enough too. You got to drive back?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Talk about tonight's third period in not giving up that late goal, that tying goal that sends you to overtime.
Yeah, elated. Again, I'm proud of the way they played, and part of that was, look what we had out when they pulled their goalie. We had Nards' line out there. I mean, that sends a really good message to the group that, this isn't, when we scored that power play goal in the third, it was, we had Worksy and Ashbrook out there with Mosley. I mean, look at our defensive core and the job they did. So I'm happy for guys that they have to feel good about their performance tonight, in the way they played and their growth. You made a good point. I honestly didn't like my concern was extreme with the group that we had because so many guys hadn't proven themselves at this level. We won a lot of games early that Blake won for us, and we lost some games recently, including last night, that we could have. I mean, whatever you say, a minute and a half left in the game with the lead, shut the door. You know what I mean? But it didn't go that way. So, but we're growing, we're getting better, and again, my pride tonight, at this moment tonight, now 2 weeks probably be completely different, but tonight my pride for the group is really high. I feel part of something really, really special tonight.
Does it feel like you guys kind of then shut the door then on that kind of 2-game streak of we have the lead going late into the game and then we accidentally give it up via a bad penalty or extra attacker and they score? Does it feel like that page is kind of turned here as we enter the second half?
No, I don't know if it'll ever turn. Tonight we had our crowd in our favor that encouraged us along. We had the band that encouraged us along. We had a lot of things that encouraged us along, and a lot of guys felt, had confidence. They felt confident in the game. Things change with different settings, and again, for us, it's everything we can do. Challenge, get that face mask, anything we can do to try to get an advantage right now. It's one game. It's one game right now, and right now I feel that we're on a little bit of an uptick. We played. Look at the teams we played in the last few weeks. I mean, we played Mankato and Northern Michigan. I picked Northern to win the league. And Mankato, I could pick Mankato to win the league. Those are 2 elite teams, top end teams, and we didn't back down a whole lot. Our guys stood in there with them. I'm not saying we're better than them. But all I'm saying is that good for our guys. Good for the hockey players.
What was different on the power play when Rhineland scored as opposed to earlier in the game when you guys had a lot of looks and couldn't buy one?
Shot by the goalie. I don't know. I mean, just put it in the net. We got to look. We had a lot of looks at the net, and that one happened to go in at a good time.
Talk about having this crowd as loud as they were, constantly cheering you on, throughout the night.
In the band, yeah. It was. I mean, I don't know. It had to be close to capacity.
It was.
It was, yeah, sellout. So, I mean, 3 deep. Good luck, Fire Marshal. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun last night. It was fun last night. It was good hockey, good entertaining, hard-nosed hockey. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it.
I thought we played a good 60. We had a good last 5 minutes too. It was good to close out that game.
How important was it to have this effort tonight after the loss last night?
It was really important. And guys stepped up like Stauber, Nards, and Bronze. They had a good game, and they gave us good shifts every time they were out there.
How important was it for your line to bounce back after giving up a couple goals last night? This night you're perfect in terms of plus minus. How does that feel?
It feels good, yeah. We work hard as a line, and we don't like to get scored against. It sucks, and we had a good night tonight.
Talk about your goals. What did you see on each of them?
Not a whole lot. I kind of just shot for the open corner there. I worked with Shells and Jordy a lot with the shooting and stuff and changing the angle, and I got 2 kind of nice goals tonight.
You lead the team in points and goals after coming in mid-season your freshman year here. Did you, project to be where you are now, or did you see yourself still developing more?
I wanted to take a big step this year with all the guys leaving, and I thought I could do it. And I had a good summer here and a good summer at home, and I thought I could take the next step, and it feels good. And it really helped when I came halfway through the year. I learned everything quick, and it was great.
You guys have 10 wins on the year now. How does it feel to be a part of a group that's having the kind of success you're having right now?
Yeah, it's awesome. We're playing for each other every game. It's a dogfight. It's a close game, and we just want to keep on coming up on top.
How hard is it to keep your emotions in check after such an overtime shorthanded loss last night? How do you keep yourself in check to make sure you don't either take that stupid penalty or do something that causes the puck to go in your net?
Right. On the bus ride home, it was pretty quiet, and then once we got off the bus, it was flush it down the toilets the next day. But we got to come back and win at home with all these great fans that were here.
Talk about playing in front of the fans here. I mean, they were quite loud for you tonight. So, what does that mean to you? As far as having that support.
It's awesome. They're always yelling. It's intermission. We can hear them in the room. It's awesome. It gets us going.
Feel good bounce back win tonight for you guys?
Yeah, it's great. It's good to beat those guys.
You finally get another one on the power play here. It's been a little rough going here in the last couple of weeks. Are you guys actively trying to get over that hump to try to get back on schedule there?
Yeah, we practice it every day, every week. And it's kind of just making the plays that we see and reading the defenders and just shooting the puck and getting some greasy ones and banging some home.
Was it a little bit of a downer on the bench after the 5-minute penalty and no goals?
Yeah, a little bit. We were a little frustrated. We thought we had some chances, and we want to score on a 5-on-3, obviously, when we have it for that long. But we came back and scored in the third, a big goal, so it's nice.
Unbelievable team effort. I mean, the Northern pushed hard. They made us work for it, but every single line, every single guy gave everything they had, and results speak for itself.
You guys got an awful lot of ice time tonight. What was working for you three that you were able to have success?
Good question. I think it was mostly what we've been doing the past couple of games. We've been really putting an emphasis on offensive zone pressure, offensive zone plays, and getting behind their D, making plays. So that's what we had to do tonight, and we kind of did it in Northern to no avail. We didn't score, but we had opportunities. It's a bit bigger ice, so it's harder to find a guy sometimes. So tonight it paid off.
You and your line mates have been kind of bouncing around for the last couple weeks, trying to find your spot. You're finally starting to kick it together here with Levi, and now that Nardella's back. What do you guys see these past few games that have led to you getting that ice time and that scoring in those scoring chances?
Well, look, when you got a roster like ours, you can play with anybody and you can have success. Sometimes you might gel better with one guy one night, or a line one night, but everyone's capable of jumping on any line and doing a really good job. We had success as a line. We basically had 4 guys in our line tonight, and Marcus gave everything you had and had a hell of a shift. Multiple times you had really good shifts. Nothing, but us, we all made it hard on coach to make a decision on who to put out there. So it's a good problem to have.
Go ahead.
Talk about your goal and what you saw in that play.
Just remember flying down the side, and I was going to try and pressure behind the net if the puck was going to come from the other side behind the net, and then it turned up ice, so I didn't want to get caught, so I started skating up ice, like coach says, reload through the middle, cliche, and I just found myself in the middle, and the puck kind of creeping towards me. I know Nardella and Stolber did a great job on the forecheck, so the puck came right out to me, and I just essentially closed my eyes, hit it as hard as I could.
How big of a win is this, considering you guys had an OT loss yesterday? How big of a bounce back is this?
It's huge in many ways. I mean, you try not to think about external factors, external things coming into play, but it is a big rivalry, and we want to have that pride, knowing that we can be put up against Northern every year and come out consistently on top. So it's huge for us.
Is it reassuring that you guys finally are able to hold on to that lead after 2 nights or 2 weekends in a row here, where you've held the lead and then a very late goal in the end causes a tie to OT? Does that give you something to build off of going into next weekend?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you try not to let it, but sometimes those thoughts creep in. We were in this position before. What do we have to do to? And I guess the good thing about that is we have been in that position before. So we've hopefully learned from our mistakes, and we know we can't make those mistakes. We can't make it easy on him, and obviously Blake bailed us out as he always does. But he was solid for us back there, and then we did our job.
Did you feel you shut them down in the third period?
Truly did. Sometimes we let off a little bit. Maybe it's we don't want to be too aggressive when we're up. Hold the lead. Tonight felt like we were digging deeper even when we were on the back foot. Essentially, they're trying to pressure hard and get that late goal, and we just kept pushing harder and harder and made it hard for them.
Talk about playing in front of this crowd, how loud it was tonight, and what that support means.
Yeah, it's hard to put in words. Seriously, it's so many faces. You might have seen before, you might not have seen before around campus, but we're all Huskies, and seeing that electric crowd, both sides of the ice, just chanting. They were probably more engaged in this game than I was. So that it gives you that energy, it gives you that drive to want to do it for not only ourselves and our team and family, etc., but do it for them as well, for the Huskies.
Tonight marks your 10th win on the season as still developing and young program here. How, I guess, reassuring is it knowing that you can go into this transition year and find success so far?
Very reassuring. I mean, we knew we could do it from the very beginning, to be honest. We all believed in ourselves. We didn't let that, we didn't let any thoughts creep in. And we're just doing, we're upset that we only have 10. Obviously, it's something to be very, happy for. And, we earned every bit of it, and we worked really hard. But, we want more. We're not done.